The October drizzle draped London's ITV studios in a moody mist on the 20th of 2025, where the Loose Women set buzzed with pre-tape fervor, its vibrant stage awash in warm pinks and oranges, hosting a lively crowd of over 150 fans, mostly women in cozy knits and bold earrings, clutching steaming teas and whispering about the day's guest like schoolgirls swapping secrets. Christine Lampard, the 46-year-old host with her sleek auburn bob and a smile that could thaw a Highland frost, glided in wearing a tailored navy dress that shimmered with understated elegance, her Northern Irish lilt cutting through the applause like a lighthouse beam. Hello, my lovelies, welcome to Loose Women, where we're dishing truth, tea, and a touch of trouble this Monday. She chirped, joined by the sharp-witted Kay Adams, 62, her pixie cut framing a steely gaze, Nadia Sawala, 60, with cascading curls and a heart as big as her hugs, Sinitra Sarkar, 51, glowing in a crimson kurta, and Denise Welch, the 67-year-old Geordie firebrand, storming in with a leopard print top that roared as loud as her reputation, her eyes already glinting with provocative intent. The show's lineup promised spice, debates on dating apps for the over 50s, a segment on spicy autumn soups, but the main draw was Ricky Gervais, the 64-year-old comedy titan, sauntering in to hype his new Netflix roast, Mortality, the final punchline asterisk, a scathing satire on cancel culture and existential ennui, his scruffy beard and tousled hair framing a smirk sharp as a switchblade, dressed in a black hoodie emblazoned with godless git over faded jeans, his Converse scuffing the floor like a rebellious teen. He flopped onto the guest sofa amid raucous cheers, tossing a mock salute to Christine before quipping, "Ladies, I'm in the lion's den now, hope you've got thicker skin than my ex-trolls." His Hertfordshire drawl dripped with dry wit, sparking laughter that bounced off the brick walls. Christine leaned in, her charm disarming as a dram of whiskey. "Ricky, you rogue, at 64, you're still poking bears with a stick. Mortality. Tell us, what's the jab that had you cackling over your cornflakes?" Ricky launched into a riotous riff about a skit skewering vegan influencers who faint at bacon fumes, his voice a gravelly growl of glee. It's the endgame of ego, folks tweeting, "Save the planet," while sipping oat milk lattes flown in from Fiji. The crowd roared, Kay tossing in a, "Bet your cat's got a better carbon footprint." While Nadia gushed over his RSPCA work, Sinitra probing his sitcom revival dreams. Denise, however, sipped her coffee with a coiled smirk, her history of fiery feuds, once sparring with Piers Morgan on air, priming her for a pounce, having previously praised Ricky's ex-Rants as genius gut punches. As talk turned to his taboo tackling career, Christine teased, "You've roasted everyone from royals to influencers, any sacred cows left unskewered." Ricky fired back with a bit about AI therapists, the band punctuating with a cheeky drumroll, the vibe as warm as a pub on quiz night. Phones lit up, clips primed for viral victory, painting Ricky as the people's provocateur. But as applause ebbed, Denise leaned forward, her voice low and loaded. "Ricky, your jabs are gold, but this cancel culture crusade smells like a bloke with a Netflix deal whining about words while women like me dodge real-world flack. Time to roast your own privilege, or is that too sacred a cow?" The air crackled, Ricky's smirk stiffening like a pint left out in the cold, the studio's jovial hum hushing as banter barreled toward battle. The studio's buzz dimmed to a brittle hush as Denise's dart landed, Ricky's slouch straightening like a stand-up spotting a heckler, his fingers twitching the hem of his hoodie as if itching for a mic to wield, the faint clink of coffee cups and crew whispers fading into a tense void. Christine, sensing the storm, flashed a diplomatic grin. "Denise, you're stirring the pot already. Ricky, let's lighten it. Any pets stealing the show at home?" But Ricky, eyes narrowing with the glint of a comic mid-routine, brushed it off, his tone slicing sharp as a satirist's scalpel. "Christine, pets are my only fans who don't cancel me. Denise, privilege. That's rich from a telly star who's been slinging shade since Corey. My crusade's not whining. It's war on the word police who'd gag us all while you cheer their pom-poms. Roast myself. I've been barbecued by better. Your real-world flack sounds like a hashtag holiday." The panel froze, Nadia's eyes widening, Kay stifling a snort, as the crowd murmured, a mix of gasps and giggles, phones trembling as hashtag Ricky vs Denise sparked on X. Denise, undaunted, leaned in, her bangles jangling like battle bells, her Geordie growl rising. "War. Ricky, it's a waltz for you, waltzing through woke bashing while women wade through actual wars, from wage gaps to Twitter trolls tougher than your toughest gigs. Hashtag holiday. Try surviving the headlines you dodge with a Netflix paycheck. Roast privilege, or is your mirror too misty?" The audience split, half cheering Denise's defiance, half chuckling at Ricky's cheek, the set now a verbal boxing ring. Ricky's cheeks flushed, not with shame but the spark of a sparring satirist, his hand slamming the sofa arm like a gavel. Mirror. Denise, yours is cracked, cheering the choir while I'm out here calling out the cult of correctness. Paycheck. Earned by saying what you lot whisper off air. Women's wars. I've backed shelters and survivors, where's your stand when the mob's at my door for a pronoun slip? Sinitra's soothing. Let's keep it kind, folks, drowned in the din, Nadia's nod faltering as Denise fired back, shelters. Grand, but your gags gaslight the gals fighting for ground you glide over. The clash crescendoed, Ricky's rants on, free speech martyrdom, colliding with Denise's on, pale male exemptions, the sofa a stage for a showdown, producers in the booth muttering, ratings rocket, versus, rein it in. The crowd teetered, Ricky's fans hailing his heresy, Denise's devotees lauding her grit, tension taut as a tightrope, the legacies at loggerheads, Ricky's office empire and animal activism versus Denise's Corey candor and mental health crusades. What began as a cheeky chat spiraled into a searing skirmish, the studio's warmth warping into a wildfire of words, threatening to torch the tidy talk show template. The control room's monitors blinked red as the row roared to a head, Ricky vaulting from the sofa with the vigor of a stand-up storming the stage, his hoodie flapping like a rebel's flag, his voice booming with the bite of a Golden Globes roast gone rogue. Exemptions. Denise, your exemptions are from empathy, egging on the outrage while I'm out here fighting for the right to rib. Cult. You're the high priestess, preaching piety while I'm pilloried for puns. This isn't comedy, it's combat, cheerio to your church of claptrap. The audience erupted in polarized pandemonium, half howling for Ricky's raw rebellion, half hissing at Denise's honor, as she shot up too, her crimson blouse blazing like a bonfire, her retort ripping through the rafters. Combat. Ricky, it's a cakewalk for you, cashing checks while we choke on your cheap shots. High priestess. I'm the heretic hauling truth through the trenches you tiptoe. Puns. They're punches, punch up or pipe down. Christine's frantic, time for a cuppa, mates, was swallowed by the storm, the band's beat buckling as mics caught every missile. Ricky, fury flaring like a flare in a farce, snatched a stack of show notes, a glossy itinerary of autumn tips, and flung them skyward, pages scattering like leaves in a gale. Trench. Your trench is a TV set, trench coating trauma for trending. I'm the one taking hits for honesty, hit the road, not my record. With that scorching sign off, he stormed stage left, dodging dazed crew and a toppled tray of biscuits, his team trailing like shadows in a sitcom sting, the exit door slamming with a thud that echoed like a punchline. Denise sank back, fanning herself with a program, as Christine quipped shakily, blimey, that was, reading Rampage, coaxing nervous laughs from the rattled ranks, the feed cutting to a cozy cooking demo to douse the drama. Chaos cascaded. Crew scrambling over strewn sheets, producers panicking over PR, as hashtag Ricky booted loose women blazed across X, clips clocking millions by midday. Pundits piled on, the Sun saluting Ricky's savage swan song, Metro mourning Denise's misfired moxie, TMZ tallying the tosses in tabloid tropes. By dusk, headlines screamed, Gervais's loose women lash out, Welch's wrath boots comedy king. Racking views rivaling The Office reruns. In his Primrose Hill flat, Ricky scrolled X over a stout, chuckling grimly, she's got guts, I'll give her that. Denise, sipping gin with mates, toasted the tussle. Truth's a tornado, tear up the script, keep it real. In the digital din, the boot became ballad, another chapter in the chronicle of clashes, proving even daytime discourse can detonate into legend under the glare of the great unfiltered.